What up, what up? It's your boy Tunnel Vision. We back for another one. Usyk! Usyk want that work? Huh? Usyk want that work? Oh man, word in the streets that Usyk wants that work. He's talking about he wants that Deontay Wilder work. He wants that beef. He wants to get up in that ring and show him what he's about. Supposedly he's calling out Deontay Wilder and he's saying that he wants to face Deontay Wilder. And others in the DAZN camp, I guess, are saying that that would be the easiest fight for him when it comes to the heavyweights. And that, he wins that bout. What do I think about it? I think it's just complete bullshit. They're just talking out their ass. Reality situation is that they're just trying to bring eyes to their fight. The guy's fighting tomorrow. No one's talking about the fight. No one cares about the fight. He's fighting a lower tier nobody. It's a replacement, but the guy that he was going to face was the same type of thing. No one cared about that guy. No one wanted to see him fight him. And I think they just believe that the best way to get people talking and buzzing is to talk about Deontay Wilder. If he really was about that life when he moved up to the heavyweight division, I mean, he could have just, had the WBC make him the automatic mandatory for that fight. He could have did that, maybe even overskip Dominic Brazil. Or, just if you're really about that life, I mean, who's the next one up? Who's the next one up right now? I believe it's Adam Kawanaki. You could set up a fight against Adam Kawanaki after this fight. DAZN got that money, right? So DAZN should be willing to put up that bread in order to have a fight against Adam Kawanaki. That's a name that's known. That's a name that brought in 7,000 plus at the Barclays last time when he fought against Areola. That's a fight that can be made, and you can show, really show people that you're really about that. Anthony, we know Deontay Wilder does have a fight coming up against Ortiz. It's going to be a difficult fight. After that, he has a fight coming up against Tyson Fury. So, we know that in the next two fights, no, you wouldn't be able to do that. But in the meantime, what you can do is show people that you're serious and show people that you really are on that level by taking on tougher competition. You can take on a Dillian White, that B sample hasn't come in. And from the looks of things, they're going to let that boy skate and he will be fighting again. You can fight somebody like a Dillian White. You can fight somebody like a Big Baby Miller. I'm sure that's also a fight that Eddie Hearn could set up. He's trying to come back into the fold. So, I mean, if you're really about that life and you really want to do that, don't talk about it. Show us and show us with your actions. Don't take on this super low tier competition. Taking on tomato cans. Don't take on tomato can after tomato can. Take on real competition. Just like Tyson Fury. Oh, beating Wilder would be easy. He's a dosser. I would knock him out in 2-3 rounds. And then you see the people that he's fighting. And you see the people that he's having issues with. So when you see that, it's like, nah, we don't believe you. We don't believe you. Deontay Wilder showed that he was about that life when he couldn't get that Anthony Joshua fight. Even though he had agreed to a 15 flat and they still walked away from that fight. He's like, all right, who's the next baddest dude out there? At the time it was Ortiz. No one wanted to fight Ortiz. Still to this day, no one wants to fight Ortiz. They still back up when it comes to him. And he still took on that man. And from that fight on, he's just been taken off like a rocket, because he showed he was about that life against an opponent that a lot of people actually thought he was going to lose to, but he did it. They came out victorious, had to go through, hell and fire in that fight, but he did what he needed to do, and he came out victorious. So if Usyk is about that life, he has an opportunity to do the same thing. A lot of the people that can really show you that, you really are a top heavyweight are available to Eddie Hearn. They're available to Eddie Hearn. He can get them. And even Adam Kawanaki, just like Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz was an Al Heyman fighter. He's a PBC fighter. They paid that man enough money. He went and fought Anthony Joshua. If Adam Kawanaki's paid the right amount of money, he'll go fight Usyk. Or if he can't do that, like I said, make a deal with Miller, make a deal with Dillian White, and show us what you're about. Those are moves that say, whoa, okay, this dude's for real. This dude ain't playing around. This dude believes in himself, and this dude has a chance to actually do this, what he's saying. You have those options. You have those options. Is that going to happen though? I don't think so. I think what's basically going to happen is after Andrew Ruiz and Anthony Joshua fight, if Anthony Joshua wins, they'll have Usyk fight another lower tier fighter. I think Anthony Joshua would end up fighting the IBF mandatory. And then after fighting the IBF mandatory, I believe the fight after that would be against Usyk. If Andrew Ruiz wins, I believe Andrew Ruiz will be fighting the IBF champion. Wilder will be fighting Tyson Fury. And then I believe those two will meet up in an undisputed bout. And then after that, Usyk will have the opportunity to face the winner of that undisputed scrap. Unless the WBA he has, unless they strip Ruiz. You know, when he's going into the Wilder fight, I mean, that's also a possibility. He could get stripped, and then Usyk would fight whoever, I guess, for the WBA belt. And then, you know, we would see if it really would be about that life and, you know, and about doing a fight with Deontay Wilder. But, you know, right now, he has a fight tomorrow. He's fighting, you know, I guess you're getting your feet wet in the division. But if you're getting your feet wet in division, that's cool. But you can't be screaming out this big names, talking about how you beat this guy, talking about how he wouldn't win any rounds against you, which is crazy. He's not going to win any rounds against you? Okay. You know, you're talking like that, talking tough like that, then people have higher expectations for you. Then people don't say, oh, man, yeah, he's about that life. Yeah, people sit there. So why are you facing the guy that you're facing? Why did you say low no to these other guys? You know, why are you facing that guy if that's the case? You know, but we'll see, man. He'll have the opportunity to show us all if he's about that life. But for now, I'm out. Like, subscribe, share. See you on the next one.